Welcome to day 18. Today I'll be travelling to a remote island off of Australia's coast to swim with the fishes through abandoned shipwrecks, explore deserts, and pretty much avoid repeated disasters. Let's get into it. Good morning. It is, I think, too dark for the camera to actually pick me up. I'll see you when it's a bit brighter. Alrighty, we've made it to Morton Island. I don't know how you say it. There are a couple of things I want to do here. One I actually already did on the boat trip in, which was to see the wrecks, which are just behind me there. But the two other things are go and see the desert and potentially go snorkeling in the wrecks. Found the first lookout and damn. I always find the camera can't quite pick up everything, but all the way out there is the wrecks, which is where we started this morning. That's good news, baby. 400 meters. Welcome to Morton Island's glorified sandpit. It's actually much more beautiful than I imagined. I walked out and I was like, damn, it's good. When I was walking up I was kind of thinking, isn't a desert just a beach minus the thing that makes the beach most fun? Well, except maybe digging holes in the sand, but I'm not doing that, I don't have a shovel. But actually, it's quite nice, it's quite nice. After I have some breakfast, I'm gonna go down there and run around like I'm a kid who's their first time on the beach. That was much more fun than I expected. I've got another terrible idea though. I want to go and roll down those sand dunes. It looks like someone's been here before me. There's some footprints. I think they're going that way, which is where I came from. And also they look quite old. Not old like the person who was walking was old, but I mean like they walked here a while ago. I don't know whether you can tell in the video, but that is very steep. It looks like a really good one to just dive down on a boogie board, but I do not have one, so time to roll down. Guess what I found literally as soon as I started walking up the hill? Yeah, a board of wood to surf down on. I think it was just meant to be. This thing is way steeper than I realised. It's like 65 degrees or something. Oh my goodness, and the sand's so soft up here, so I'm not making any progress. Cheers to another terrible idea. Let's set it down on this board. That was exhausting. Really fun, but exhausting. I hope that looked as funny as it actually was. I think that makes the desert worth it. I am considering, well, you'll see if I do it. Look what I found. It's a little bead from a necklace or something. You know how people say, oh, they're a wolf in sheep's clothing? I think I'm a magpie in human's clothing because I just love things. I see them on the floor and I'm like, ooh, shiny. Then I pick it up. It's just a little purple bead. That's my memorial. Memorial? No, what's the name of something? Memento. That's my memento of Morton Desert. As I was walking in the desert and on the beach, all this sand has just got caught in the bottom of my pants, in the cuffs. Don't mind the feet. But yeah, it's like I'm walking with weighted boots. Plus whatever these things are. No idea. But we finally made it back to the beach at least. Now I'm trekking back over to the wrecks, which are over there. snorkeling is cut a little short. It started pouring. And there's thunder as well, so I thought it's not worth it. But super cool. Hopefully I got some good footage of that. Alright, the rain slowed down a little bit, but I am now very wet and very cold here. And I don't really have much of a way to warm up, to be honest, because what can I do? I've just been waddling along this beach, singing and cussing myself out for the past 20 minutes or whatever, I don't know. I'm making the slowest progress. I'm just watching my shadow and it literally looks like I'm waddling like a penguin. Anyway, I'm sure I started this to say something important, but I've forgotten what it was. Oh yeah, I have no clue where the boat is picking me, well I say me, where the boat stops for people to get back on. We kind of got off somewhere vaguely in that direction, on the beach. I don't know whether it's going to go back down there. I'm assuming it will, that's my best guess. But I also don't know where down there was exactly. So I'm kind of going to be hoping that I'm close enough that I see it arrive and then can get on it before it disappears. Because otherwise I'm just cooked. You know how some people say that all Australians are actually just paid actors and there's no such thing as Australia? Well, if that's true of anywhere, it's true of the people who live here. Just imagine people getting married here. The woman's like, hey, what's my dowry? And the guy goes, I've got some sand. And she goes, but I wanted a cow. And he says, what do you think I am, a billionaire? We don't have cows around here. Thank you. And for my next act, I will cry because it's going to start raining again. But I am so cold. Listen to the wind. It's raining and the wind is blowing the rain in my face and sand at the same time. Flew my hat off as well. Oh, it's just getting better. Oh, give me some more. Yes, give me some more. It's on days like today I consider becoming a supervillain. And it's not even that it's been a bad day, it's actually been a really, really good day. It's just that I had too much time to think. And you can't give me time to think and expect good consequences. And I mean, I would be a great supervillain. Like, I have plenty of ideas, I'm just saying. If anybody wants to, get started on something, I'm your guy. I got off the boat and literally rushed into the car and started driving without filming anything because the boat landed back here at 4:30 and it is a 2-hour drive to the campsite, which I didn't realise. I probably should have planned better. Fingers crossed that it's a campsite with lights, because if it's not, I'm kind of cooked. Oh, I thought it would be too dark for you to see me, but it's actually not. You get a little bit of light coming through, which kind of reinforces what I was about to say. This is the perfect campsite for arriving late because it actually has some lights. It's not really a campsite either. There are actually police driving around. I think, oh, the light's gone now, never mind. Anyway, there are police driving around because I think you're not really supposed to stay here for a long time, but you're allowed to stay for a couple of nights. And also because from what I saw, or what I saw in the reviews, there's a fair number of homeless people around in this area who stay here. But it does the job, It's just one night. We've made it here. Today was the first day that I left the campsite before sunrise and the first time I arrived after last light. So, crazy long day. I think that's it for tonight. I think I'll send you to photo of the day. I took 80 photos today. For the last 18 days and the remainder of this 100-day trip, I've been taking photos every day on a $50 digital camera. And the idea is that by the end, I'll have one photo to represent each day. Today was kind of a competition between two photos. The first one's of the desert. It was definitely an unexpected stop, but also an unexpectedly beautiful one, and actually quite a lot of good photos of it. The story that I'd want to tell out of the desert is one of a sandbox. For me, when I think of a sandbox, I think of sandbox games where the world becomes your sandbox and you can do anything you want with it. And I guess overall, that's what this photo is, a reminder that the world is your sandbox and you can make whatever you want from it, really. The second photo is of the wrecks, which is what drew me to Moreton Island in the first place, and it was one of the things that I was actually looking forward to the most in the trip. And it definitely didn't disappoint. The day was a little bit chaotic, but overall, the wrecks were incredible. The most ironic thing about the wrecks, to me at least, is the thing that makes them so beautiful and so drawing is their fall from grace. If all it was just a group of ships docked off the coast of the island, it wouldn't draw people in. But the very fact that they've sunk, the very fact that they're shipwrecks is what makes them so interesting. And I think that's such a nice message. Even your fall can be your beauty. And in this photo in particular, there's this beautiful golden pinkish glow that you get from the sky and I don't even know what else. But it just makes it feel like the entire scene is resonating with energy. And I guess it kind of was. You can't even tell that just 30 minutes later there was what was a pretty big storm. So yeah, that's all it is. Number 18, wrecked. It kind of goes without saying that this is one of my favourite photos and favourite stories. And so it's a pretty easy decision for me to put that in the second spot.